Welcome, guys. It's Cosmic Girl talking about a full moon in Taurus. What sort of astrologer would I be if I didn't put out a full moon video? Seriously. I'm going to be taking you through the chart. And I suppose I'll do a few little horoscopes for the rising signs. So if that interests you and you're like, what's happening with me? What's happening in the house in your natal chart that's going to be activated and in full bloom, if you will, with that beautiful moon in Taurus, an exalted full moon, no less. So a really nice lunation coming up. It's happening on the 15th of November in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's more connecting on the 16th of November. So on your screen here, you'll see my video for my one-time offer. It closes on the 30th of November. So you can click on this video and have a look what I'm offering to the public. But again, it ends on the 30th of November. So get in quick if you're interested in your astrology ahead for 2025. I put to you a question. How are you going to be experiencing this full moon? Will you be out with your feet on the earth, looking up at the beautiful lunation? Will you be shutting down the blinds, sitting inside, crossing your arms, huffing and puffing, and being cranky and just being angry? Are you spending the night with friends or lovers? Will you be enjoying music, having a lovely glass of wine, ending the work week? How are you going to be enjoying this full moon in Taurus? Because it should be enjoyed. A full moon in Taurus is very embodied, it's sensual, it's about the five senses, it's very grounded and earthy. It's like, whoosh, just let those lunation beams just swim through all of my body and light me up from the inside. That's Taurus. Taurus loves to be sensually connected to the world around it and within itself. Ask any Taurus. They want to feel the liquid of a fantastic aged wine or scotch just drip down the back of their throat. And they embody it and they're like, yes, I'm connecting with this feeling. They love good food, great sex, enjoying their physical surroundings. This is what's up for grabs for us at the time of this full moon. A full-on human anchored physical experience at the time of this full moon. The cosmos is inviting you to step into your body, your five senses, and your earthly surroundings. Hug a tree, plant a tree, prune your plants, walk on the ground, get your crystals out and cleanse them, find some seashells, pick up a wonderful bottle of wine, put some fantastic music on that just transports you to a different stratosphere. This is this beautiful full moon in Taurus that's available for us at this time. Wonderful. Then comes the twist. And we all love a good twist in a story. And there's a story happening because next to this full moon is planet Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. The most predictable thing about Uranus is its unpredictability. Uranus, the great liberator, it's very innovative, it's unpredictable, anything goes. And this little twist in the plot at the time of this lunation is interesting because if we have electrical out of the blue changes, I think our nervous systems and what we're embodied in at this time of this full moon is going to feel foreign to us. It's going to feel strange. Whether it's the earth literally shaking beneath your feet, you're having a human sexual interaction that all of a sudden electrifies you. You could be having a wonderful dinner and then all of a sudden you don't like the food anymore. Very Uranian, out of the blue. Didn't see that coming. Or God forbid you're at a restaurant and someone drops their food on your lap. Very Uranian. Anything goes, and it's unpredictable. So how do we deal with that? With a beautiful Venusian full moon in the spring solid zodiac sign of Taurus. How do we cope with that? Well, we have to have a sense of humor. That's a key. I've noticed a lot of astrology enthusiasts go to astrology and they just want to know. It's like people have lost their sense of humor. This is what I like about Uranus retrograde here connecting to this full moon. You may need a sudden shake-up when it comes to food dripping through your nose and in a day to break up the tension and make you laugh. Something very funny. Just what just happened? I was so embarrassed moment in a restaurant with a lover or a date. How could you not laugh at that? I think we're being asked to be that very spring zodiac sign of Taurus, humorous, youthful. Just where's the optimism gone? And Uranus retrograde here, conjuncting this full moon, may surprise us in some way, shape, or form that makes us feel youthful again, young, and feeling embodied. How could that not be a great thing, guys? So please share in the comments how you're experiencing this full moon in Taurus. I think it's beautiful. And having a human experience on planet Earth right now, in 2024 in November, seriously, I think we're all very aware at this point that there are things that happen within us and around us that are unpredictable, and life can throw us curveballs, very Uranian, without it being a full moon conjunct Uranus retrograde in Taurus. It could be very unpredictable at any given time. And how do we deal with that? We can sulk, we can laugh. I suggest laughing. Or we can talk to people, we can share our experiences. But we don't literally fall in a heap and put up a white flag and surrender and go, I'm out. We learn through embodied experiences. Very Taurus. We learn. Our bodies always change. So for some people, speaking of Uranus retrograde, you could have a change in your sex drive. You could have a change in your menstrual cycle. You could have a change in regards to something going on with your skin or your eyesight, very Venusian. Expecting the unexpected, to a degree, we have a bit of an awareness that that's always a possibility on the day-to-day with this human experience we have right now. So I don't think it's not our first rodeo. If something acute happens, take it with a sense of humor and a grain of salt. That's what we're here for, yeah? It's just, we don't want to completely give up. We want to be able to respect and love and understand the magic and the wisdom that the planets and the cycles are always imparting on us. If we go deeper with philosophy, we go deeper into the philosophical side of the language of the planets in our solar system, we find harmony and peace. And how Taurian is that. That's wonderful. Calming to be around Taurians. They're very embodied. They're very calm. They're not particularly overexcitable in regards to on. They're just, I'm pretty practical. I'm pretty down to earth. I'm pretty cool. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm not saying they can't have fun, Taurians, but they're pretty zen. Who doesn't like that? Everyone loves that. So enjoy your full moon in the zodiac sign of Taurus. Yes, there's a lot of other things going on in the chart at this time. The sun in Scorpio, very intuitive, very deep, very psychic, very, very much in the feels. So that's really nice, really helping this full moon along, really feel and embody whatever we're dealing with and wherever we have Taurus in our own charts. Look to where Taurus is in your own chart. So that's how I see this full moon. It's beautiful, it's sensual, it's embodied, it's grounded, it's oof, oh yeah, feeling all up in that youthful, spirited, young zodiac sign of Taurus, really holding the line and just loving life here. Yeah, right next to retrograde Uranus. Anything could go. Welcome to planet Earth, eh? Yeah, very interesting. Okay, so let's do some quick horoscopes for the rising signs and let's see what you can fully embody and really zen out to and just love and be prepared for excitement. Be prepared and have a sense of humor. Please. Why so serious? We are looking at Aries rising first. Aries rising, this is happening in your second house of finance. It is a lot to do with your assets, your possessions, things that support you. And it's where we develop a lot of skills and talents that we can utilize. So you could be wrapping up a study session, you could be finishing a course, you could be changing your diet, and it's going to support you in the future. It's very embodied, so you might not like wine anymore or you don't like particular food, and you're concentrating more on your physical body and how your finances are making your physical body feel. And with Uranus retrograde right next to this full moon, Aries rising, this could be like a sudden change of leveling up, which is really quite helpful for you, Aries rising. So I think for Aries risings, you're really raising the bar when it comes to your standards of values, your valuables, and your relationship with finance and how it supports you, or more importantly, how it makes you feel. So very interesting lunation, but it's calm. It's not, unless Uranus retrograde really throws something at you like a debt, your banking app goes haywire or a bill comes out of nowhere. But you could also, on the other side of the coin, with that unpredictable Uranus, you could be getting a gift, a monetary gift, or something that, a gift that helps your physical body. Whether it's the gift of a new diet, it's the gift of knowing something intuitive about your own financial space that comes in on this day that makes you feel lighter. That's a possibility for the Aries rising sign. So it's about the money, your relationship to it, and how it actually makes your body feel. So interesting. Taurus rising. Okay, so this is happening in your first house. This is your identity, who you are. It's also a lot to do with the physical body. And so you're really all up in feeling very anchored, very zen, very calm, very, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm okay in the body. With Uranus retrograde right next to the full moon in your first house, there could be a change in your diet as well as the Aries risings. You could have a change in your physical taste buds. You could also be getting some out of the blue support from other people, whether it's to do with your body, someone Uranian in your life coming in and supporting you in some way, shape, or form, which is lovely, or like ending a training program or a professional endeavor, or you finish up therapy, for example. That could also be happening for the Taurus risings as well at the time of this full moon, but it's an ending and it's an harmonious one. But there's something beautiful and youthful about this reveal or this completion that's happening for you, Taurus rising. So a really lovely lunation for you. Gemini rising, and this is happening in your house of isolation, solitude, It's the house of the unconscious, it's the void. And you having a full moon, Gemini rising, connected to something very embodied, very zen, very calm, five senses, next to unpredictable Uranus retrograde, you may be shooting out of Dodge. You could be escaping through travel, relocation, uh, getting yourself out of a psychological funk, ready to be more socially connected instead of navel gazing or feeling unconfident. So I like this for Gemini risings, especially in that anything goes house, which is the 12th house. Anything goes. There are things going on in the 12th house that are very hard to pin down. And you may have a surprising reveal that gets you unstuck and liberates and releases you. That is wonderful, but it's a very embodied experience for the Gemini risings. So, yes, you could be, if you're interested in learning different methods of consciousness through herbal medicine, psychedelics, some Gemini risings may benefit from such techniques or methods of opening up the mind at this time of the full moon in Taurus. You do you, but wonderful way to open up that void, to reveal some information that may get you out of isolation or feeling solitude or just so much time alone. You might just be ready. That could be lovely for the Gemini risings. Okay, so now on to Gemini risings. We are going now to Cancer risings. This is happening in your house of networks. It's your social, it's your peeps, who's your gang, who's your tribe, and it's also connected to allies. So Cancer risings, you might, there could be like a sudden dynamic change that feels really optimistic, connected to your friends, your dreams or goals, or your social connections. This looks like a bunch of your friends going, and we're taking you to Bali. And you're like, huh? Like something really, really nice like that could be happening for Cancer risings. And if you've been like pitching yourself professionally, like showing your artwork or whatever skill, talent, or ability you have that is connected to your career, and you've been really putting yourself out there, like marketing yourself, this could be the day where someone takes you by the hand, shows you the light, says, yes, I want Cancer rising. I'm going to take on your innovation, your ideas. I like what you do and you're an asset to my company. Come on, let's get together. Let's do this. So something really nice like that could be happening for Cancer risings as well. But it's giving you like a leg up socially, whether it's professionally or in your social connections and networks. Looks really nice, Cancer risings. A friend could really have some quite exciting news as well. Leo risings, this is happening right at the top of your chart. And this is your 10th house. So this is like a changing of the name, a changing of the guard. So you might be going through rebranding yourself, your image. It's also connected to superiors. So you could have someone in your workplace that's, basically a big dog that makes you feel, like inspiring you to do things in a more youthful, spirited way. And you might get some really good advice on how to take your professional image in a new direction. That could be quite good for Leo risings. And also like sudden, unpredictable retrograde Uranus next to this full moon. This could be like a sudden change for you connected to your professional path or your literal name, Your name could be changing, whether it's a Mrs. or a doctor, uh, or a psychotherapist. Yeah, just think of the name, your name, like how people know you. Like you could be wanting to change your name, or something's going on with changes of names for the Leo risings. That's what I'm getting. But it's there right at the top of your chart. It's happening in the 10th house. It's a big deal. And yeah, it's just a lot of visibility in the public. But it's something connecting youthful to it, or something from the past could be coming up again for you as a Leo rising. With that retrograde Uranus could be a surprising reveal from the past, or a professional connection. Maybe you're reconnecting with someone that you used to work with and you're getting together and recycling an old uh, an old professional line that you used to be connected to, like a revamp, a redo. Something as simple as that, Leo rising. Nice, really nice. So on to Virgo rising. This is happening in your 9th house. Oh, this is all about really embodying and experiencing, connecting to your spiritual path. Who's God? What is God? Does God go through me? What's all this information swimming around me that I'm sensing, feeling? Have I found an astrologist? Am I starting an astrology course, or am I ending one? Or do I need to do a different spiritual practice? Do I need to go on a pilgrimage? Do I need to go and hang in a cave for 6 weeks? Virgos. It's about embodying and getting youth back into regeneration, connected to your spiritual practices, travel, education, anything that opens up your spiritual, physical, and mental horizons. What is it for you, Virgo rising, that you need an injection of embodied, sensual, youthful experience connected to those topics? Looks really nice. And with Uranus retrograde next to that full moon in your 9th house, this looks like a full moon that could take you in a surprise direction connected to you're not interested in astrology anymore, or a spiritual path. You could also have a sudden change of where you are in the world, and you want to go on a holiday, or you want to relocate, or you want to buy an expat. There could be a change in higher education or an institution you're connected to, like a university. You could suddenly go, I want that degree, or someone in a university steps out of Dodge and you can't connect with a professor, for example. But it is a full moon in Taurus, so it's very youthful, young, embodied, and practical. And maybe you just need an injection of youthful excitement again, and you can explore that through different spiritual practices, travel, and education. So a really, really nice full moon for Virgo risings. Libra risings, this is happening in your house of other people's resources and finance. Yeah, you could be melding finances together, starting a new investment option, really looking at, the financial potentials out there. You might be ready to be a little bit more optimistic and put your money where your mouth is. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. You do your research. Or a partner, be it intimate or business, they could be surprising you with a financial reveal or a financial opportunity. So this is about discussing the bigger picture regarding your long-term wealth, and you're in. It's like, yes, it's time to look at insurance papers. It's time to look at my will. It's time to look at joint bank accounts. It's time to really have a look at the practical parts of my financial world, and if I'm connected with a partner, how are they influencing me? How does it actually make me feel? Am I feeling youthful, inspired? Yes, I feel great. Or is that Uranus retrograde throwing you a curveball and making you feel a little bit gun shy, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should be connecting? So something like that going on for the Libra risings. Yeah, it's about the money, honey. and being more open to other people's resources. So don't be turning your nose up at other people's opinions about money that can help you. Don't be so shut down. Maybe just look, research, listen at the time of this full moon. You might be getting a financial opportunity that you didn't see coming, and that can help you in the long-term future connected to your wealth. So nice for Libra rising. The Scorpio rising. This is happening in your house of partnerships, relationships, and things to do with like agreements and contracts. So this full moon feels like you're really embodying relationships. Like, so a partner or a relationship could be going through a big shift, and you're really feeling them. Or they could be going through a very sudden change, and you may need to be supporting your partner or a relationship that you're connected to. And also Scorpio rising, it's that real deep emotional connection that you have to your contracts, the loyalty you have to your contracts and relationships. And this could be really part of your experience on this day, where you realize just how emotionally and embodied you are connected to your commitments and allegiances. So this is something that you could be feeling quite profoundly, Scorpio rising, and maybe with Uranus retrograde here, right next to this full moon, surprising you, or going, yeah, I really do like meld and amalgamate and connect with others and contracts quite intimately. And you might be sensing that. You might be really aware of that on this day of the full moon. And that could be quite surprising, that you didn't realize the depths of your ability to connect with partners and contracts and really throw yourself all in. That could be maybe a little disturbing, Uranus retrograde, where you realize that and you may need to create more balance and distance at this time. But yes, a partner could be going through something quite acute, and you may need to, even though you are aware how embodied and connected you are to them, they may have some surprising news. It doesn't all need to be bad. It could be great. Leave any comments in the comments section below if anything fantastic happens, Scorpio rising, even if anything bad happens. We're on planet Earth. Anything goes. Yes, so really aware of the embodiment and the connection for Scorpio risings with other people and partnerships. Sagittarius rising. This is happening in your 6th house of labor, work, health, and services. This is a real... it's unfortunately, the 6th house is laborious. So when you're having a full moon in that earthy, practical, beautiful Zodiac sign of Taurus in your 6th house next to retrograde Uranus, this could be like a really nice turnaround of events that charges your physical body up and makes you want to move in a different way. So this could be a getting on top of a health issue. It's like finding the remedy, finding the doctor, getting the green light for a surgical procedure, something that's going on regarding labor that has you feeling a sudden resurgence. So this, for Sagittarius risings, potentially looks like a change in the way you connect with work and your dedication to it, whether it's through services or, again, your dedication to your physical body. And that 6th house is that constant hard work. It's where we put the elbow grease in. We just keep on doing. So Sagittarius risings, you might be aware of just how much youth and energy it takes to prop yourself up every day, to keep on keeping on. And that may be that Uranus retrograde here make you feel, I really need to maybe just step off the gas pedal a little and just relax and not be so full on. I need to be able to get some balance in my body and my soul and my mind. And this beautiful full moon in Taurus might be just the tonic you need, Sagittarius rising, to create more balance and harmony in your work life. And the house of labor, yeah, interesting for Sagittarius risings. Capricorn risings are happening in a part of your chart connected to children, sex, intimacy, and creative projects, hobbies. Now, the fifth house is all about fun and joy and just really embodying the 5D practical parts of being a human, immersing yourself in the joy part of life. So you could be having a lovely meal, you could be learning about tantric sex, you could have children just swimming around you, if applicable, with youthfulness and something beautiful happening in your children's lives that just makes you go, oh, I'm so proud of you, or I'm so pleased to be you. So this could be a pregnancy, a new project that they're doing, something really quite youthful is happening with your children, or you could just be feeling youthful and connecting with relationships in a more youthful way. And that could be very surprising, that retrograde Uranus, to your partner. You want to start dating out of the blue if you've been single for a while. Capricorn risers, you go, oh, I'm going out. I'm getting amongst it. So that's really nice. So you have full moon in that beautiful zodiac sign of Taurus, really embodying the central parts of creativity, children if applicable, intimacy and sex. Wonderful, wonderful full moon for you to get Uranian and throw a curveball in that makes you and your partner laugh, or you laugh about the way you look at intimacy and try something different. Capricorn rising, really nice. Aquarius rising, this full moon is happening in your house connected to family, parents, and property, real estate, those topics. Fourth house is very private though. And when you've got a full moon lighting up a private part of your natal chart, Aquarius rising, this could be really interesting. This could be a surprise news from a parent, something surprising happening in real estate or property or your family. That could be really Uranian, really, check this out, or listen to this, you won't believe this. A real estate opportunity could come through, or could be swept out from underneath your feet. Something like that is going on for you, Aquarius rising. But again, that fourth house is very private, but it's very embodied. It's very Taurian. It's very calm and zen and beautiful and youthful. So parents could be going through a youthful moment. You're finding, that you might want to look at property in a youthful community, for example, like not a hippie commune, but, be around people in the home that are youthful and inspiring. Something like that could be going on for the Aquarius rising at this full moon. So that's really nice. Something changing up privately in your foundation house. Really, really nice as for the Aquarius risings. And finally, Pisces risings, this is happening in your third house. This is connected to siblings or cousins, like, your aunts, your uncles, people that are familiar to you, like blood relatives, and your immediate environment, like your local place that you go, like your local coffee shop where you go for petrol in your car every day, something that's very familiar to you, and to do with short distance travel. This is really great for purchasing any technology gadgets that improve your day-to-day operations, like a new car, new phone, new computer, or all of a sudden they break down. That unexpected Uranus retrograde in Taurus next to the full moon. Anything could go, but when you're having that full moon, that's very embodied, it's very sensual, it's very five senses in your local environment. You could be finding like a massage therapist. You could be finding a new restaurant to eat at, or one of the places that you really enjoy going to every day. There's a change in that environment, throws you off. Sibling or cousin could throw you a curveball with some unexpected news. Doesn't have to be bad, guys. It could be surprising good news that's going on for them, that's very practical, grounded, and quite harmonious. Or Uranian, they could be throwing a curveball that you didn't, revealing secrets or information that you didn't know about. So it's an exciting full moon in your third house, and there's a tinge of something new trying to come through in your local environment. something youthful, young even. You might be connecting with younger people in your environment or want to be around younger people more. Something as simple as that, Pisces rising, but very nice indeed. Okay, guys, that's my take on the full moon in Taurus. Again, feel free to leave any comments in the comment section below. How are you celebrating it? I suppose I should be a little bit forward and let you guys know how I'm celebrating it. Well, I always cleanse my crystals at a full moon. I always smudge the house with Salo Pento or sage. I plan on making a really nice meal. I've been eating lentils for a few nights now, so I might change it up and make myself a nice meal. Enjoy a movie, just relax. That's my plan, is what I'm going to be doing on a full moon. Cleansing my crystals, cleansing the house, making a really nice meal because I'm sick to death of eating my lentils. Yeah, I'm just really appreciating and just being in my body. But I'll be drinking a lot of water, lots of hydration. I always drink a lot of water anyway, but because it's earthy, I plan on putting my feet on the ground. I always go out under a full moon anyway, so I'll be looking at the full moon and loving it and enjoying it, and lots of hydration and good food. Just being calm. So that's how I'm enjoying mine. So yes. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great full moon, and I've just recently put out the December 2024 rising sign astrology reports, so they're ready to go at your free will should you want to have a look what's going on for your rising sign for the month. And yes, again, that one-time offer, check out that video if you want to have a look at your 2025 year ahead with the astrology and planetary transits. And any questions astrologically, contact me at cosmicgirl101@protonmail.com. Till next time, guys, stay cosmic.